All right, here we are for round number 3. We're playing against Sisigyorgir. We got a keepable hand. We're on the draw. I have no idea how you're supposed to pronounce this name. Another Tron matchup. I assume Tron is actually a pretty decent matchup for our deck. We're reasonably fast, but who knows? It felt pretty bad that first round, even though I managed to win. Well, looks like this opponent's going to have a turn 3 Tron as well. Just popping it off right now. Get that tower. Why not? I'll see for sure if they get the tower. Unknown Shores, so they just already had Tron, plus they... oh man, that's a terrible draw. So they had already Tron, plus they also had a map for an extra Tron. So hopefully they don't have a Prophetic Prism, and that's why they grabbed this Unknown Shores. Hard to say. Okay, looks like our opponent maybe is going to be holding up Condescend or something. Okay, they got another map. Can't really hold anything up here, so hopefully I draw a spell I can actually cast. Nope, just probably the worst spell in our deck. I'm just going to jam this on here, I think, and we'll just, I don't know, get attacking, I guess. My opponent playing MurasaTron? Yeah, we're owned. Didn't really expect to be playing it against MurasaTron. It's a lot less popular than Rovatron. Mostly because it's a lot worse in almost every way, so I don't know why people still play it. But we're going to lose to it probably here, would be my guess. I drew all the worst spells in the deck all in a row. Our opponent has a Crusher, which I guess is good. I have this Journey to Nowhere for that. Alright, Big Daddy crushes. Goodbye to you. Gonna cycle this step, I think. Alright. We're getting in. So if our opponent plays a bunch more Crushers, we'll be in like great shape. If they just play a bunch of them here, just a couple right now. Assume they're getting another tower or an island. Okay, Swifty. Swifty Water Cliffs. If I draw planes, I can actually cast both of these things. Cool. Let's go ahead and play the Loyal Cathar first. See if that gets countered. Didn't. That makes me still want to play my Core Skyfisher. I'm just going to pick up the planes. I want to leave all my power on the board. I assume they're going to Teachings here. Nothing. Nothing at all. The reason I cast that was to play around Teachings a bit. Hopefully they don't have Rolling Thunder, because I can't beat that. So they know I have that one. I'm going to go ahead and assume they don't have Tangle. They probably have Moment's Peace in the deck, but probably not Tangle. They didn't have anything last turn to cast. So we're looking at what green spell are they going to play? You have nothing to get, my friend. Yeah, Pulse of Murasa not going to work here. Unless they want to give me my Secluded Step back, which they are going to have to do here if they don't have a Fog or an answer to my guys. Might as well play that, I guess. So which creature do I want them to kill the most? Answer is Loyal Cathar. So if they were going to kill a creature, I want it to be that one. So looks like I'm getting my Secluded Step back. That is not good value for my opponent. I will say that. See if they have a counterspell. I almost shouldn't have cast this just so they couldn't condescend me. Oh, an Essence Scatter? I don't care about that at all. Alright, see what they've got. Our Tron opponents have had just horrible draws. They've been getting Tron right away and then just doing nothing afterwards. So I think I want Crimson Acolyte against the MurasaTron version. So bring that in. Gift of Orzhova still pretty bad. Guardian of the Guild Pact really bad against Ulamog's Crusher. I'm going to leave Journeys in now that I know they've got the Crushers in. I don't really want any of the runes. It's a question if I want Dust to Dust or Fragmentize or something. Don't think I really want those. I'm just going to take out a Gift of Orzhova, I think. Yeah. Yep. Gonna take that out. I think I'll call it good with that. Maybe I'll take out another Sunlance. Oh, I want these relics. Yeah, I almost forgot the relics. Okay. This seems fine. Maybe I'll actually... Yeah, I'll bring in the Sunlance. I'm assuming that this opponent has Muldrifters and Seagate Oracles that I'm going to want to kill, so I'll have targets for that stuff. This hand is okay. It's pretty weak to removal, but I'll keep it. Alright, our opponent's got their colors online. All 2 of them. Okay, we got the Javelineers. Hopefully I draw a 1-drop. I did. So let's just go ahead and attack. The reason I want to draw a 1-drop is so I can play it around Condescend. They might prohibit it, they might Essence Scatter it, but at least I get to do 2 things in 1 turn. Which is obviously something I couldn't have done otherwise. There's the Seagate Oracle. What am I going to do here? So I think I'm going to play my Core Skyfisher, pick up a Plains, then equip my Javelineer, and attack. I am giving them Pulse of Murasa targets, and this is not a great trade for me, but gotta get it off the board. If I'm going to get in with my creatures, probably. Maybe I didn't need to do that. I could have just played my Secluded Step and my Loyal Cathar. I've got tons of Bone Splitters. Maybe I should have cut some of these. This is still a removal deck at the end of the day. Their opponent has Tron. They've got Counter Magic up. I can't play around Condescend, so... Let's just play the Loyal Cathar. Won't split it up. See if I get bolted here. Interesting they had those electrostatic bolts in their deck. Kind of cool. I like that card a lot. Kill Mirror Enforcers, no problem. It's just a little worse against our deck with the Core Skyfishers, otherwise it's mostly fine. Alright, Muldrifter. Doesn't really block what we have. Doesn't really block either of them very well. Bone Splitter. Gonna put this on the Skyfisher. Gonna play another Bone Splitter. I'll put this one on the Cathar. So we're just like dead to removal, but whatever. Can't live your life scared of removal. Okay. That's actually fine. At least I didn't get like 2 or 3 or 4 for 1 by that. Pulse of Murasa. Yeah, I think we're going to lose this game, that's for sure. Pretty sure we're going to lose this one. Okay, Islet Signet makes me consider Fragmentize. See if I draw a Sunlance, I can get in for 8. Be kind of nice, I guess. Or I could just draw that guy. So I assume I'm getting blocked here anyway, so there's no real reason to equip more Bone Splitters. But if my opponent has a Ghostly Flicker, maybe they don't want to. Either way, this Guardian of the Guild Pact is going to pack a punch with all these Bone Splitters. They shouldn't really have an answer for him. I'm going to hold this step. I don't anticipate needing 5 mana very often. I'd much rather have another card. So the big problem with my Guardian is it can't get through an Ulamog's Crusher if my opponent has one. But it can trade with one. So I guess it's not terrible. They're going to grab another tower. Map for another tower is mana neutral, so it's usually a pretty decent play to just do that if you don't have a land drop to make. Alright, they're gaining some life. And my Cathar is getting killed. Well, okay. Thraben Inspector is an awesome draw. We'll see if I resolve it. I did. Interesting. Well, let's get in there. We're attacking. Hopefully they don't have a Tangle. I guess it would be about the same as having a Moment's Peace. But it'd use up their green mana for 2 turns in a row if they'd use a Moment's Peace. I'm assuming they have those cards. I'm going to cycle this just in case I draw another Bone Splitter. I guess I'd like to play it. Alright, not a Bone Splitter. Deck for 9. Let's play Hawk. Because why not? Yes, I'll grab 2 more Hawks. You gotta make sure you have enough power out there that if they Pulse of Murasa stuff, that you can still kill them. So I'm just gonna keep jamming my guys. I do still have 2 Hawks in hand, so hopefully that'll be enough if somehow this gets dealt with. My opponent needs a Crusher to block my Guardian, or they need some Fogs. I'm sure they have some Fogs. Just a question of which Fogs they have. I'm going to attack like this. If they have Tangle, I need to attack like this in order to play around Pulse of Murasa. And if they have Tangle, I want to at least be able to attack with some other stuff next turn. Alright, just a Moment's Peace. I'm going to hold back my other Hawks. Going to crack my Clue. Hopefully I can draw a Relic of Progenitus, take that Moment's Peace out of their graveyard. Was not the case. But I have an answer to Crusher now. I'm going to make the same attack as last turn. Probably just going to Moment's Peace right now. Sure. Don't even make me make the decision. Of course, Skyfisher, pick up Thraben Inspector, play a Thraben Inspector, get a Clue. Might as well crack the Clue now, I guess. No, no reason to. I'm not going to play a Plains even if I draw one, so I guess it's not that important. This Guardian might just be getting there. He's a beast. And I have an answer to a Crusher now. So that's cool. Mnemonic Wall, getting back Pulse of Murasa, getting back Electrickery. What are they getting back? They don't have their, what's it called? They don't have a Fog in their graveyard anymore. They took 1 turn too long to draw this Mnemonic Wall. Getting back the Muldrifter. I assume they're hoping this is going to draw them into a Fog. They should have probably tapped these towers already, because actually now they're going to maybe be in an awkward spot with colors. So, like, since they were going to use up all their colorless mana no matter what this turn, I don't know. Maybe Lapse of Certainty is for Moment's Peace decks. Is this maybe when I should be bringing it in? I'm actually not really sure. So Crusher doesn't save them anymore. Only another Fog saves them. Alright, let's crack this clue. Javelineers. So, let's see. Is there a way I can play around Ghostly Flicker? Not particularly. Playing these into Ghostly Flicker is not very good in the first place. They're at 9, so yeah, I'll just deck with everything. So Ghostly Flicker will allow them to get back Pulse of Murasa. And then, actually they don't have enough mana to use it, do they? My opponent only has 6 mana, and they don't have enough colored mana. Okay, so it looks like they have an Electrickery or something. Electrostatic Bolt, alright. 2 Electrostatic Bolts. Opponent goes to 1, loses their Muldrifter. I have to decide if I would rather Journey this Mnemonic Wall or Sunlance it. So if they draw a Pulse of Murasa, I'm going to feel really dumb if I Sunlance this thing. So I'm just... so I'm going to force them to have a lot of stuff. So... gonna do that. Gonna play that. Obviously they didn't have Electrickery that turn, otherwise they would have played it. I think I'll just play another Hawk. I don't know, we're kind of beating up on these Tron decks. We'll see if it continues here. So we got 1 Muldrifter. So I'm assuming that even if they draw a Crusher, it's not going to be enough. But that might not be true. But they would need 2 removal spells. See what my opponent's got. Looks like they did draw the Pulse of Murasa, so I'm glad I made this play because they could have played the Mnemonic Wall, gotten back the Pulse, and then pulsed again. If I had just played the Sunlance. But instead now they have to play this Muldrifter, which is not going to be enough. Alright, let's see what they've got now. This can be a Seagate Oracle or something. Hard to say what they're going to have, but they need to either destroy my Bone Splitter, 1 Bone Splitter at least, or they need to Fog. They don't have enough mana to Mnemonic Wall plus Pulse of Murasa here. They don't have enough green. At least not if they don't have another land. What other interesting stuff could they have? 2 Electrostatic Bolt is an interesting choice. I don't think Affinity is that popular. Huh. What is this? For 6 mana? Some kind of X spell? What are they casting here? Alright, Mnemonic Wall. Yeah, I think I might win this game because I journeyed instead of Sunlanced. Unless they have an untapped, if they have an untapped land, I mean, they can just play it and use that. Pulse still. I'm pretty sure they're dead. Oh, crop rotation. Nice. So they can get another tower and pulse again. Very nice play. So they're going to pulse back their Seagate Oracle, I assume. Well, I'm going to Sunlance a Muldrifter, I think. So the problem with Sunlancing the Muldrifter is that they can get back a Muldrifter then instead of getting back the Seagate Oracle. I think I'll just attack with the Guardian. I actually probably should have played the Thraben Inspector and cracked the clue. It's probably a slight misstep by me. So we'll see what I would have drawn. Like, especially if I had drawn like another Bone Splitter, I might have wanted to toss it down on that guy. Oh no, my mismatched planes. All right, I think they're out of Pulses of Murasa, and I think they're also out of Mnemonic Walls, but I'm not really sure. I'm going to Sunlance that guy while I can, and we'll pass the turn. Well, let's see what they've got. In the past, these decks only played one copy of Fog, one copy of Moment's Peace, but I think they've probably got to have at least two in their sideboard at this point. Written Alchemy is pretty bad for us. That's pretty scary. Wonder if my opponent still has Ulamog's Crusher in the deck. It would be okay here, but actually, like, I could trade with it if I wanted, or I could just let it attack, sack 2 planes, and then I can attack again with my Guardian. It's possible at some point in here, like especially on that turn, I might have wanted to move one of my Bone Splitters to my Hawk and attack, or to my Core Skyfisher. That might have been a better play. The only issue is then they don't even have to pulse. Like, I don't have lethal then. So I don't know. Well, I would have had lethal if I just moved one because of my Javelineers. So that's something I should have thought about, and I didn't. I just got kind of stuck in my play. They just put some incredible spells in the graveyard, so I don't know exactly what they must have found a Moment's Peace and they want to keep 2 of them or something. This is interesting. Is my opponent going to cast Electrickery here? I'm actually fine with an Electrickery. I don't care about that at all. Alright. I assume that's what my opponent has, but I actually don't care about it, so I'll let it happen. Or maybe it's like a Rolling Thunder, they're going to kill everything besides my Guardian. I don't know. I don't know what the point of that attack was yet. It has not yet been revealed. I don't know, maybe my opponent did my opponent have 18, did my opponent have 20 mana, like exactly 20, so they needed the 2 points to get through in order to kill me with a Rolling Thunder. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14, 15, 16, 22. No, I was just straight up dead to a Rolling Thunder already. Looks like they had 22. 9, 10, 11, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. Yeah, they had like plenty. So I was just dead to a Rolling Thunder, which they haven't found yet. Which is pretty crazy. They obviously haven't hit me for anything, and I'd have just been dead to a Rolling Thunder straight up. Straight up just damaged me to death. I did it. Wow. Pretty crazy that we played these 13 turn games against Tron and won them. So we're 2-0 against Tron, and we lost to what I think is a pretty bad matchup with Kodotha Boros. So kind of everything going according to plan. I will see you guys next round.